If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, and the best is blessed, baby.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. Keep it clean. Touch gloves if you wish. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time!
What's up? What's up?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Not much. TGIF.
TGIF to you too.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of MMA Brothers Straight Talk MMA. We are here to break down UFC 317, Topuria versus Oliveira. This is International Fight Week, so they got a lot of festivities going on in Vegas. Before we go ahead and address this card, I'm gonna just get straight to the point and address the retirement of one of MMA's most beloved fighters in UFC history. It came as a shock to some when the one and only Cheyenne Vlismus, a.k.a. Cheyenne Bays, decided to retire to focus on motherhood. So, how you feel about that, bro? Cheyenne Vlismus, formerly known as Cheyenne Bays.
Oh man, that's funny.
She did.
I don't know about that. I know about Jon Jones retiring. I feel like it was unceremonious, to be honest with you.
Bays, or we talking about Jones?
We talking about Jones.
Oh, okay. So I guess fuck what I said.
Yeah, I don't know much on that. Congratulations to a good career on Cheyenne Bays. But as far as the Jon Jones thing goes, it was unceremonious. And I feel like the UFC messed up by making that Stipe fight the second time. That should have never happened.
They only made it one time.
Well, they made it. He got injured, and they made it again a year later. They rescheduled it.
Yeah, they rescheduled it. There you go.
But I'm just happy the heavyweight division can move on now, honestly. That's my biggest take out of it.
Yeah, me too. You know what I'm saying? Jon Jones, regardless of how you feel about him, is the GOAT. I didn't like the way he retired, but it is what it is. I wish he would have done it sooner. And like I say, like it's a whole lot of red tape that come around his retirement as far as the way he did it, when he did it, was he ducking Tom Aspinall? And I'll just say this, like, I feel like he was kind of ducking, and I feel like he's going to try to come back. But, I mean, if you was the UFC and he tried to come back to fight Aspinall, let's just say sometime next year, would you allow it?
Probably.
You know why I wouldn't?
Because it just shows he can do whatever.
Huh?
Because it shows that he can do whatever he wants.
I mean, they've been showing that for the longest. I mean, they done move whole events on the week of a fight because he tested positive. You feel me? So that's nothing new, but it's just the fact of say he does beat Tom Aspinall, then what? You don't have a heavyweight champion again?
Yeah, I guess they're race when they get there, but right now he got legal issues he got to worry about before we can worry about him fighting again. So
yeah, that never stopped him before, but I don't know. Maybe he'll come back, maybe he won't. Either way, shout out to one hell of a career, Jon Jones.
it'll always be like the fight that never happened, basically. If he never fight Aspinall. Yeah, him and Ngannou is another one.
But so now that we got that out the way, Cheyenne Bays did retire.
Okay.
But yeah, let's get to this card, man. It's looking like a real good one on paper. Looking like a real good one on paper. What's your excitement level for this card?
Well, obviously, I'm going to be biased because my boy is fighting the main event. So my excitement level on the scale of 1 to 10 is a 9.5.
Okay. So kicking off the prelims, we got the heavyweight division. We got Jonathan Diniz facing off against UFC debuter Alvin Hines. I'm gonna just keep this simple. I think Jonathan Diniz should be able to get the KO. He has shown that when he gets taken down, he can spend a lot of time on his back. The wrestling is not really there, but he got heavy power in his hands. I'm not too familiar with Alvin Hines, so I'm picking out of the knees, and he might get the knockout.
All right, you got Diniz. I'm making sure I'm writing this down. Yeah, I don't got much more to add. Diniz, I've seen him fight before. Alvin Hines, I don't really know him too much, so I'm going with Diniz for the knockout.
All right, cool. Moving on up. The next fight that we have, I don't know, your screen keep going away.
No, my bad. Give me a second.
I'm gonna just run through it. This has been a long-awaited weekend, I can tell you that. I know
I just watched
the same ceremony last night. Say that again?
I just watched the countdown show. It got me even more excited for the fights.
I know they had a Hall of Fame ceremony last night. But next up in the welterweight division, I'm gonna just keep it moving.
All right.
We got Nico the Hybrid Price versus Jacoby Smith. Nico Price coming off of 2 straight knockout losses. He is a plus 1,100 underdog, and Jacoby Smith is a plus 2,100 favorite. I mean, minus 2,100 favorite. Nico Price, I think he coming to the end of his rope. I don't know how many fights he got left on his contract. He is an all-action, exciting fighter. I don't think this one is going to go his way, though. I think they're kind of setting him up to give him his send-off. So I like Jacoby Smith, and it's probably by finish. I feel like Nico Price's chin has been failing him lately.
Nico Price is one of my favorite fighters just because, I seen him fight on the independent scene down here in South Florida. And then I seen him go to the UFC, get a lot of nasty knockouts in the UFC. I'm strictly picking with my heart for this one. Nico probably will lose this one, but I'm picking him to win. I'm picking him to win by knockout because that's usually the way he wins. So I'm going with the upset here, Nico Price by KO.
Yeah, he definitely kill or be killed. I might sprinkle a little something on that just in case.
Yeah, I definitely will.
All right, that's it for the early prelims. Now we step into the regular prelims, so we have lightweight T-Rex Terrence McKinney versus Slavoklaus Vyacheslav Borshchev. This should be an entertaining and exciting fight for as long as it lasts. Terrence McKinney, 16 professional fights. Only 15 of them, 15 of the 16, I should say, have ended in the first round. He's definitely kill or be killed as well. I think all but one of his fights have been over 1.5 rounds, so he's never seen a third round. How you see this fight going? Borshchev definitely can I think he on a downslide too.
Yeah, this should be a very entertaining fight. But I got T-Rex Terrence McKinney winning by KO. Maybe TKO, I don't know, but yeah, he killed or be killed, and I just don't think that Borshchev gonna put him out. I don't see Borshchev putting him out in this fight. I see it going the other way. So I got McKinney by KO in this one. He's just so explosive. No, I respect Borshchev too much to say a first round KO. I'm gonna say second round. He's gonna come down a little bit, but
I think if it goes to the second round, this is one of them fights. If it goes to the second round, I think Borshchev could pull it off. If it ends in the first round like most Terrence McKinney fights do, then he might go ahead and get the knockout. But the thing is, I think the key to this fight is don't sleep on McKinney's wrestling. You feel me? Because Borshchev has shown that he can be taken down, and he'll spend some time down there. He's not very likely to get submitted. I think he only been finished once in the UFC, and that was by Chase Hooper. But Chase Hooper is an elite level grappler. I don't think Terrence McKinney got those kind of submission skills that Chase Hooper got. But I wouldn't be surprised if he got some ground and pound and then turned it into a sub. So, I'm going to go Terrence McKinney probably by finish.
All right, I'm writing that down.
Next up, we start to get to the numbers. Most of the fighters from this point forward will be ranked. And in the women's flyweight division, we have Viviane Araújo versus Tracy Cortez. Viviane Araújo is she got pretty nice power in her hands, but she seems more like she can never put a good streak together. She win a few, then she lose, then she win a few, then she lose. Tracy Cortez coming off of her first loss in the UFC, taking a short notice fight against Rose Namajunas. Viviane Araújo, she usually start off strong. I can see her starting to fade as the fight goes on, just like she did against Karine Silva.
Yeah,
it's just that Karine Silva was more gas, but they both started to gas out. So I could see Tracy Cortez losing the first round, coming back and grinding out a decision. And I feel like Tracy Cortez has pretty decent wrestling. So I feel like she'll be able to take control of the fight as the fight goes on. So I'm picking Tracy Cortez by decision.
I'm going off of Cortez's last fight. It was a very unimpressive performance against Rose Namajunas.
There's notice too. She got her eyelashes knocked off. I thought that was funny.
I know. That was crazy. I feel like Viviani is gonna be able to pull this one off, and plus I just want to kind of go against you on this one because I'm not sure. So I'm gonna go with Viviani Araújo to win by decision here.
All right. I think this is Tracy Cortez.
Oh, I like Hyder Amil, bro. He one of my I'll put him in my top 20 favorite fighters.
Go ahead and take this one off.
All right, Hyder Amil versus Jose Miguel Delgado. Hyder Amil, man, he got one of the best highlights I've seen in a while. It was like a nasty, like 13, 14, probably even 20 punch combination up against the cage, and I just feel like he got that dog in him. You know, he may not be as skilled and as talented as Mr. Delgado here, but I feel like he just got that dog in him, and he just got the will to win. And I don't know, just something about him, bro, that I don't know. I just gravitate to him as a fan. So I'm going with Hyder Amil to win, but like a bloody, all-out war, like a brawl here. I'm going with him to win by decision.
Yeah, this
got a lot of heart, a lot of dog in him.
Yeah, this should wake everybody up off of what might be lackluster fight with the two women. Not just because they're women, but their styles. I feel like it's gonna be a really slow fight. This should be a fast-paced, high-action fight, just like the Terrence McKinney fight. Hyder Amil kind of reminds me of a cocky Dominic Cruz, just a little bigger. Yeah. With his footwork and whatnot, he's extremely active. He likes to push.
He looks like a little bit.
A little bit, but he liked to push the pace. He got high output. Jose Miguel Delgado, he's a little more technical, but I've seen Hyder Amil pull off a lot of comebacks. A lot of his wins be comebacks because I feel like he put a pace on people and just started to break them down as the fight goes on. So, unfortunately, I'm with you on this one. I got Hyder Amil as well.
Bro, like he's the kind of fighter that you can tire yourself out trying to put him away because he's not going away. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Next up, middleweight division. This should be interesting. Jack Hermansson taking 2 years off, coming back versus RoboCop Gregory Rodriguez. These two fighters got got names that should be in a comic book because you got the Joker versus RoboCop. Jack Hermansson, you never know what you're gonna get out of him. He does have more experience, and he has a really good ground game. Gregory Rodriguez, he has power in his hands. He kind of pushes the pace, and he has a black belt in jiu-jitsu as well. Ground and pound is really nasty. I could see him wanting to keep this fight standing, though, just because I give him the edge on stand-up, and I think he can get Jack Hermansson out of there. However, I could see this fight playing out kind of like if you look at RoboCop last fight versus Jared Cannonier, and you look at Hermansson last fight versus who was that?
Joe Pyfer, right?
Pyfer, yeah. It's like I can see this fight playing out exactly how both of their last fights played out. Or Gregory Rodriguez can hurt Jack Hermansson early on, and then start to gas out a little bit, and Jack Hermansson come back and pull off the decision win. If he gasses RoboCop out, he could possibly get a submission. This one is kind of hard to pick. I feel like this is one of those fights where it's the flip of a coin. But I'm going to go RoboCop in this one.
Yeah, this fight is definitely a pick 'em. I'm surprised the odds aren't a little bit closer. I would think that Rodriguez would be like a minus 115, 120. But it is what it is. Only thing that makes me nervous about Hermansson, I want to pick him, but the 2-year layoff, I don't know how he's going to come back. And I do believe in ring rust. So I do want to pick Hermansson, but unfortunately, I'm going to go with Rodriguez because he fought more recent, and I just feel like he's been more consistent, you know what I'm saying? Hermansson done had surgeries, and he's been away for 2 years, so I just don't really know what to expect from him. Usually I would pick him to win, but with that in mind.
No, go ahead.
What happened?
Go ahead.
Yeah, usually I would pick him, but it's just, I don't know, that layoff makes me nervous and the surgeries and everything. So I don't know what form he's going to be in. Rodriguez, even though he got put out his last fight, that was more recent, and he just got more momentum going his way. So I'm gonna go with RoboCop for this one.
Yeah, even when he is,
Don't be surprised though if Hermansson.
Even when he's active, it's hard to pick a Hermansson fight because it's like I feel like I can never really. He's one of them fighters I can never get right. When I pick against him, you win. When for him, you lose.
Yeah.
All right. And now kicking off the main card.
Oof.
We got Peyton Talbott versus Felipe Lima. I'm not really sure what the UFC had in mind with this one, but
not good matchmaking from Mick Maynard, bro.
Huh?
Not the best matchmaking from Mick Maynard here.
Oh, it really is. It is in a sense where it's like you don't know what's gonna happen. Like this should be a fun.
Okay,
when I look at matchmaking, I look at it like from an aspect of skill for skill. It's like it's gonna be a tough fight. It's one of them fights. I don't know who's gonna win. You get what I'm saying? But
yeah, but bro,
what I'm saying is they're throwing Peyton Talbot kind of like right to the deep end. Like let's see what we got here. You feel me? Because I feel like he's definitely the cleaner, more powerful striker. What stands out about him is his accuracy and his output. But on the flip side, Felipe Lima is a more well-rounded fighter. He's on a 14-fight win streak, and I feel like this is one of those fights where if Peyton Talbot loses 2 in a row, then he'll be pushed further down, like to the prelim / Apex cards, and Felipe Lima is gonna step up to fighting somebody with a number on their name. Whoever wins this fight gonna be fighting the top 15 opponent next, most likely.
So who you got?
So my mind is telling me Lima, but I'm gonna go with Talbot because I know you're gonna pick Lima.
I'm gonna pick Lima. Talbot, man.
Huh?
So I'm going with Talbot all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing about this, like, not wrong. You know what I'm saying, like, you didn't say nothing wrong, but this reminds me of, huh?
You're borging out real bad.
Can you hear me better now or no?
Yeah. Well, I guess here I am. But yeah, I feel like Talbot, he's definitely the cleaner, crisper striker. He lost his last fight. He was a heavy favorite in that fight. I feel like he was like minus 1,000. And all of a sudden he plus 150 because of that one loss. He did get manhandled though. It's kind of concerning because he was a really high, really popular prospect, I should say. Everybody was high on him, winning all his fights by knocking out other prospects. But he showed that he has absolutely no ground game. He looked completely lost on the ground. It wasn't that he was trying to it wasn't like he knew what to do to try to get up. He wasn't like making attempts. He was just lost on the ground against Hines Barcelos. So I feel like it's a possibility that could happen to him in this fight. Felipe Lima is not the grappler Hines Barcelos is, but at the same time, Felipe Lima is a dog. Like I said, 14-fight win streak, and he definitely has a ground game. I think Peyton Talbot got a little exposed in his last fight, and he may get re-exposed again. And since Bones is picking Peyton Talbot, I'm going to go ahead and switch up, and I'm going to pick Felipe Lima. Next up, in the lightweight division, we have number 9 ranked Beneil Dariush. At one point went on an 8-fight win streak in the UFC, coming off of 2 knockout losses, though. One of those losses was to Charles Oliveira. This fight was supposed to happen about 2 months ago, but Arman Sarukian fell out of the lightweight title fight, and Moicano stepped in, so Beneil Dariush had to sit on the sidelines. Did get paid his show money. Moicano is coming off of that one loss. He was on a little streak, so you think he won 5 of his last 6. Completely destroyed Benoit St. Denis. And Bones, since you're back, I did change my pick to Lima just to go against you. As I was thinking about it, I kind of convinced myself too. But Anato Moicano, I mean, to be honest with you, I just feel like Beneil Dariush is better everywhere. I think he's a more complete fighter. I think this is one of those fights where both guys are high-level grapplers, so it's going to end up being a kickboxing match. And I like Beneil Dariush on the feet way more than I like Moicano. Beneil Dariush's chin has been tested his last 2 fights, and it failed him. However, Moicano, I feel he has pretty decent striking, but I don't think it's on the level of Beneil Dariush's. So I don't really see him being able to finish Dariush on the feet, but I can see Dariush finishing Moicano. So I got Beneil Dariush in this one.
Bro, I like more on this fight. You say you think Moicano ever?
Yeah, I think so.
Has better stand up than Dariush.
You think so?
I think Moicano has a better top game. Yeah, I think so. I think Dariush do.
So what?
You know what I mean? No, I said I think Moicano has better stand up, and I think he has better,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
You keep going in and out.
I got Moicano in this fight by TKO.
You don't want to bet.
Easy. Easy money.
You don't want to bet me on it?
We can do a little sideways on this fight. I'm down.
All right. Y'all heard it here. Say less. When Money Moicano lose, you got to show me the money.
For sure.
All right, next up, we got number 1 contender, Brandon Raw Dog Royval versus Joshua Down by the River Van. Josh Van has only lost 1 fight in his short UFC career. I believe this is his 5th fight in a calendar year. He actually fought 3 weeks ago at UFC 316. This was supposed to be Royval versus Manel Kopp, and the winner got the winner of the next fight, but Manel Kopp broke his foot, pulled out. Josh Van steps in, and honestly, I just feel like this is the best person Josh Van has fought. Brendan Royval, I believe, is he's definitely way more experienced, but I just believe it's too early for Josh Van. I do see Van being a future title holder at some point, but I feel like Brendan Royval is going to be too much for him. And I like Brendan Royval in this fight. Joshua Van does have really good boxing. Brendan Royval is going to be way taller than him. He's going to have a significant reach advantage. And when it comes to the ground, like his scrambles are just on a whole nother level. I think it's good for Van that this is not a 5-round fight, but Brendan Royval has fought for the belt. He's fought the best of the best in this division. Josh Van is on a come up, and this is the opportunity of a lifetime for him. So he could lose this fight and still not really lose any stock. And I believe that's exactly what's going to happen. I got Royval all day. It's pretty disrespectful to me that he was the underdog. When I took him at.
He's underdog.
So what?
No, I say he of the run that Joshua Van. I don't think it was that disrespectful.
It's not really working out, bro. But yeah, when I
Can you hear me better or no?
Yeah, I can hear you. You just keep borging and going in and out. Like I don't think you could probably get out of. Say what?
I got Royval.
You said you got Royval?
Yeah.
Smart pick. Next up, in the flyweight division, we have the current champion, Alexandre Pantoja, the Cannibal, versus Don't Blink, Kai Kara France. Pantoja, this will be his 4th title defense. He has emerged as one of the most underrated champions in the UFC, in my opinion. Definitely a star. I don't know, man. They fought once before in the show that don't nobody watch no more. The Ultimate Fighter. That was about 9-10 years ago. Here we go again, seeing the Ultimate Fighter produce champions and championship challengers. Kara France is coming off of two out of he lost 2 of his last 3, one of which robbery to Amir Albazi. He does train at City Kickboxing. I really do respect what those guys got going on in their gym. But you have the hometown staple, American top team, Alexandre Pantoja. I feel like it's going to be instilled after this fight. I just feel like Pantoja is a better fighter everywhere. This should be an exciting fight. And I won't sleep on Kara France because Pantoja does throw himself in the fire all the time. It's like he doesn't fear anything that's coming back at him. He is reckless. He is just an exciting fighter, all gas, no brakes. And with that being said, he takes a lot of chances. And I can see Kara France touching his chin and knocking him out because he does have the power to do so, especially at flyweight. But I'm going to go Pantoja. I think Pantoja going to defend this belt once again and fight the winner of the fight before this.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more here. Huge Kara France fan. I'm watching before he got to the UFC, so I had him for a while. His first title shot, pressure got to him a little bit, I feel like, because he lost to Moreno with that body shot and folded up like a lawn chair. In this fight, I feel like you're going to see a much better version of him.
I think so.
I think he's going to take 2 rounds, bro. And I think he's also going to drop Pantoja, maybe even more than once. But I just feel like Pantoja got that dog, and he has the ability to steal rounds. So Pantoja, even though he's going to get dropped, he finna, find his way back up, and I feel like he's going to get those takedowns in, I'm also biased here, too, because, it's a top team, and one of his training partners has told me how he's been a monster in the gym, and he don't see nobody stopping him. So I'm going to go with Pantoja to beat and still. I'm going to go with him for a late round submission, like 4th or 5th round.
And the thing about Pantoja, too, is he can look like he completely gassed, and he'll just find a 2nd, 3rd, 4th win. As evidence in quite a few of his fights, but especially the Moreno fight, which was fight of the year that year. So we agreeing too much, and I don't like it. But last but certainly not least, one of the biggest fights of the year, we have the Matador, Ilia Topuria, former UFC featherweight champion, coming off of knockout wins over Jai Herbert. The one time he did fight at 55. He destroyed Josh Emmett. It was amazing that Josh Emmett made it through that whole fight. He submitted Bryce Mitchell. He knocked out Alexander Volkanovski. He knocked out Max Holloway, the only man on earth to do so. and now he steps up, vacates his title to go to lightweight to challenge Charles Do Bronx Oliveira. Oliveira does have the most finishes in UFC history. This is a tall task for both men. Ilya is undefeated. He's a finisher as well. I did bet for this fight to not go the distance, but as far as a winner, this is a really exciting fight. But I know you're going with Topuria, so I'm just gonna go with Oliveira just to go against you. Oliveira does have the ability to win this fight, though. It's not just one of those, I'm just picking him just because. Like, everything in my head says that Ilya is going to win this fight, but I want Oliveira to win. We have seen Oliveira finished. He does tend to get hit a lot. Thing is, when he gets hit, he can go down, and people going to let him back up because they don't want to go to the ground with him unless you Islam. And I feel like Ilya won't be afraid to go to the ground with him. He could get caught up in something. I'm wondering, Ilya said it best. Charles Oliveira liked to come forward, and he said that's all he needs for him to knock him out. And Ilya is kind of like on the verge of being the biggest star in the UFC. I feel like he's definitely the next generation. He kind of remind me of McGregor because he call out everything he gonna do and then he do it, and that's pretty exciting. And he's been knocking out legends, straight finishing legends. So this will be one more legend to the resume. And we already know who you're picking, so I'm not gonna ask you that. But what I am gonna ask you is, if he finishes Charles Oliveira, could you think of a better 3-fight win streak in history of the UFC? Other than the one that he would be on?
No, he's going to go down as one of the greatest fighters of all time in the history of mankind that God has ever created.
That don't answer my question, though.
Yeah, I can't think of a better streak. No, I can't. No, I can't think of a better 3-fight streak. I'm answering your question. No, I can't.
I don't know, man. Because I actually put some thought into this earlier, and I feel like Poirier had a mean 3-fight streak when he did. Who was it? Holloway. It was Alvarez. It was Alvarez, Gaethje, Holloway. You could even go Alvarez, Gaethje, Holloway, McGregor twice.
Yeah, I wouldn't like really argue too much against that because that's a valid point. You know, I can't hate on it at all.
But
it's just that when you got Volk and Max, though, those are two GOATs, bro. You feel me? So
yeah, and the fact that he going up a weight class, that kind of like adds something different to it.
Yeah.
Too. But yeah, I'm super excited for this fight, man. I was jumping out my skin at work today.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't see this fight going past round 3 at all. And Charles even said himself he's going to come forward. So, yeah, there will be a lot of violence and a lot of blood in this fight.
Hey, don't be surprised if you end up having to watch this fight in the hospital on your phone.
I know. I already got the app on my phone, so I'm good.
Hey, shout out to all the watchers on Twitter, man. I wish y'all could jump over here on YouTube and comment with us and talk to us and whatnot. Let us know what y'all think about some of these fights. It'd be cool to hear some of y'all opinions. But what else is going on? Say it again.
I think the winner fight Gaethje.
You think the winner should fight Gaethje?
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, it might happen, but I think they're gonna give Armin a shot.
No way. Ain't no way. See that, bro? It'll be no respect Armin. He respects Gaethje. Still will be rolling Gaethje.
If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, and the best is blessed, baby.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. Keep it clean. Touch gloves if you wish. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time!
Yo. Yo, bro. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Sorry for the bad connection. And enjoy the fights. Peace.